Welcome back to ICRS 2015 here, and we have Chris and Brett. I'm going to say it like that. Get this going. We're going to talk about your movie, The Masked Saint. But before, just tell us each a little bit about yourself. We'll start with you, Brett.
Okay, sure. My name is Brett Grandstaff, and I'm a producer, writer, actor. I've been working in film and TV since 2007.
Oh, wow. That's a good time there.
Yeah.
That's a good longevity.
Yeah.
So you've been able to find some good work and stuff?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, the last few years I've been mostly producing, and I came across this script, and I just loved it, and decided, I'd produce it, write it, act in it, and just kind of did the whole thing. So.
Oh, wow. And how about you, Chris? Tell us a little bit about your background, your faith.
Okay. I was a professional wrestler from 1978 to 1988.
Oh, what was your wrestling name?
The Saint.
The Saint. Oh, mighty see you. What wrestling association?
In Florida, in the southeastern United States, in Texas.
Oh, were you in Mid-South Wrestling?
No, didn't do Mid-South.
Okay.
I stayed busy.
I grew up in Houston, so we have Mid-South Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Ivan Putski.
Yeah.
Ivan Putski.
A junkyard dog, and okay. Anyway, so you grew up. I mean, you did that, and what else?
Actually, wrestled my last 3 years when I was in Fort Worth, Texas. I went to seminary at Southwestern in Fort Worth and wrestled my last 3 years there, and then I graduated and became a pastor, and I've been a pastor ever since.
Oh, wow. Where's your church at?
For the last almost 14 years, I pastored First Baptist Longwood from 2000 until October of 2013. And I had a heart attack back in 2012, and I had cancer. So the doctor said I needed to ease the stress in my life. So now I just I serve on staff at First Baptist Orlando.
Alrighty.
In a support role, which is pretty good, and there's no stress involved.
Support roles. That is really good. So tell us about the script and how you put that together.
I didn't do the script.
You did the script?
Yeah,
okay.
I did the script. It's based on his book that he wrote, The Masked Saint, and it's kind of inspired by true events that kind of happened to him. And
testimony of your life?
Well, kind of.
Part of it, okay.
Yeah.
And so we picked certain instances in the book and decided to craft a kind of a movie around it.
Oh, wow.
And it was kind of interesting because I came across the script in the book, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. This is a pastor, but he's a professional wrestler, but he doesn't always turn the other cheek, so to speak. I'm like, what's going on here, And just that dichotomy of like, okay, you've got a pastor, a wrestler, like just from an actor standpoint, I was like, how do you kind of mesh those two together?
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun, a lot of work.
Wow.
We shot it over 15 days, which was
15 days.
Yeah,
wow, that's incredible.
Very fast.
That is as one camera.
2 cameras.
2 cameras. Okay.
Yeah, 2 cameras over 15 days. We filmed it all in northern Ontario in Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh, wow.
And
so you're on location for
very cold.
I bet.
Filmed in November.
I bet.
And actually, when we were wrestling, we were in this old abandoned warehouse that we made and created a big stadium, and it was like 40 degrees in there.
40 degrees.
So like you're like slamming, getting it stung so bad.
Oh, bad.
But
did it remind you of back in wrestling days?
I only did a couple of outdoor matches, and I did it in cold weather, and I like Brett.
That stings.
As soon as you got slammed down, you got up real quick.
Oh man! So 15 days to shoot. How long for post?
Took us, we were in post on and off for about 9 months. Okay. So kind of normal post time. And then we're going to be released on January 8th on 400 screens across the country.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
115 markets.
Wow. So, who's distributing?
Freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good. So you get some more people watching it, they can get to more screens. And
Hopefully we pop up to 600-700 screens or so.
You can have a premiere, or?
Yeah, we're going to have a premiere in Nashville.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Tell us about some of the stars and stuff that are.
Okay, so we got Miss Diane Carroll. She plays Miss Edna in the film.
Oh, really?
Kind of church elder, and she was fantastic.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
you have to put a name star somewhere, anywhere, and then you get foreign rights.
Right.
If you don't put a name star, you're not going to sell it.
Nowhere.
The foreigners will never buy it. So you have to anyone.
So we got Diane, and she was lovely.
She was awesome.
She was great. And then it was, I was telling the story earlier, we were sitting around, we were trying to cast, and we were trying to figure out who should be the wrestling promoter. You know, like going back and forth to different names, some Canadian stars, and we get this. The casting director comes in. And she's, I just got a call from this guy, Roddy Piper. We're like,
oh my,
Roddy Piper. We're like,
Roddy.
yeah. And she's like, yeah. He heard about the film through the wrestling community, and you know, he wants to play the pastor and be the star. And I was like, oh geez, you know, that's kind of already taken. Like, let me call him. So we call him. You know, we're like, hey, you know, you can't be the lead. We got this really great wrestling promoter. And he's like, done. I want to do it. And man, he was great, wasn't he?
He was. He was awesome.
He's a character just on the stage where he was.
Oh, yeah.
He can act. He can act already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of wrestlers on there, or former wrestlers? Or did you have a few?
Had a lot of Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, they were all Canadian wrestlers
Okay.
that were the extras in there.
Yeah, and they like RJ. He does a lot of the tours in the Northeast and like Philly,
RJ
Pennsylvania.
was great. He was great.
Did you serve like as advisor to the wrestlers while you were there?
Yeah, I got to
give them that real instinct?
I got to have a lot of fun on it. That was great. That was great.
You got a body slam in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got he did.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I
that would have been some good pictures. Pastor body slamming.
yeah, when they dropped me off at the SR Arena, and when I went in, and I looked down and I saw the ring, and my heartbeat started, you know, a little faster. And then when I saw the wrestlers, that was awesome. So I went down and I found a guy. I said, hey, I haven't been in the ring in 30 years. How about getting in there with me? So I had to convince him that it was okay. But
oh, really?
yeah, he said, yeah, you're an old man. I'm okay. yeah, but it worked out. It was great.
Oh wow!
I have a video of it. It's great.
Oh wow, that's cool. You should put that on the promotional video.
Yeah.
Well, tell us just a little bit about the people where you were shooting at and stuff, and how did they receive the movie when they heard the theme of it?
I mean, it was great. You know, when we filmed all in northern Ontario, and the Canadian crews, they were great. It was one of the best crews I've ever worked with. You know, and we did all our post up there. We did everything in Canada, so it's basically a Canadian content film. And we screened at the Sudbury Film Festival, and we sold out all 6 screens. It was the first time they'd all been sold out.
Oh wow!
And I mean, everyone from like little kids to like older seniors, they love the film. You know, there's really something for everyone in this movie. And one of the biggest compliments that I've got, Canadian films that are filmed in Canada that use Canadian actors, kind of this Canadian feel, it's a little. And I had a lot of people come up to me at that festival, and they're like, this does not feel like a Canadian movie at all. It feels like a like a big Hollywood.
Right?
It was. It was a great compliment. And
That's
then
good.
And then we had it in the International Christian Film Festival here in Orlando, which we took first place. We won the whole thing. And,
oh wow!
Yeah. So
how long ago was that?
That was what
April 25th.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it's been really well received.
Did your church come out to watch
Oh
it?
yeah. We had a packed crowd there.
Yeah.
We really did. It got a standing ovation.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was great. It really was.
So tell everybody again about just the synopsis of the whole.
You want to go? Go for it.
Sure. It's about a professional wrestler who becomes a Baptist minister, and he's faced with some situations that he has to deal with, and he deals with them more as a wrestler than he does as a pastor, because some people can only understand one thing, and so he took a protector and a fighter for those that can't fight for themselves.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, it was really like this interesting, like, wow, it's a pastor that doesn't turn the other cheek. Really?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's a good little faith-based movie. It's,
that's good.
My character, he basically gets called to go into this poor community, and he just has all this stress. It's his first time being like a pastor, and just his way of dealing with it, and he kind of loses his way for a bit, and through his faith in God and everything, he kind of realizes, hey, you know what, I've kind of made a mistake, and he apologizes to the whole church and has redemption and kind of gets back on the right track.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh wow, that's good. I think one of the issues you probably had was getting everybody out of the wrestling ring, right?
Yeah.
Cast and crew want to stay in there.
Right.
I know if I was shooting something, it's like, come on guys, we got to get the work done.
And Brett, he does 99% of the wrestling in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
He does. He did
Any
a
special
great
move?
job.
What was your move?
Oh gosh. Well, I guess it was the what we call the faith breaker.
The faith breaker. You have to have a move.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't get in the ring without your signature.
Yeah,
Well,
that
so
was
what
my
was it?
big.
Don't do it on me, but just describe it.
Well, it's basically you see it the first time in the first match, and James has me up, and he's about to body slam me, and in the middle of the slam, I reverse it on him, and basically go into a stunner. But when I do, I end up on my knees, and I stun him on my shoulder, and then I end in a prayer, and he's like out cold in the back,
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Tell everybody how they can visit your website, website, get involved with the movie, and how they can request this, to see it in more screens.
Oh yeah, great. It's you can go to our website, movie.com. You can find us on Facebook at The Masked Saint Movie. We're in theaters January 8th in 400 screens across the country, and hopefully if the first weekend goes well, we'll be expanding further across the nation.
Absolutely. Thank you both for
Thank you.
for coming
Thank
to
you.
the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. God bless you. And we'll be back with a few more guests before I'm out of here. All right. God bless. We'll talk to you in a bit.